So what I'm going to demo is a few apps that we've brought to the Chinese market. You will not be able to find this on the American store because they're all in Chinese and they're intended for the Chinese market. And what we do is we work with American developers that are struggling, and so not struggling, but doing really great. We take their apps and we localize them into the Chinese market, and we distribute those apps and monetize them in the Chinese market and share revenues back with the developers. So one of the first apps that we came to the market with was 4 drawing apps, where you can, where the kids can trace any kind of animal, and this is all with audio instructions in Chinese for the kids. And then we're going to see how bad I am at tracing. So what's unique about this is that kids can actually draw some quite cool things that they didn't have the imagination to. And parents that receive this think it's pretty cool that the little 4-year-old could draw a dinosaur. It's really difficult. If anyone's seen me sticking my tongue right now, don't take a picture. So then we're done with that. Give it a little bit of color. Blue dinosaur. And this app right here, we actually took 4 apps that this developer had, and then we created what we call a derivative version of it. So we basically took all the content that they had and we created an even better app out of it. We improved some of the UI and we launched it in the market. And Tencent, if you know that, the Chinese version of Google, saw that and they invited us to a competition and selected us one of the 30th best apps in China in 2012. So really proud of it. So when they're done with this, they can save it. If they like it, they can click the little green disc over here. And that sends this off to mom. So we created a parent app that basically where the purpose is to connect mom and parents in general to everything that the kids are doing on the technology. So we saw a lot of disconnected families going on, including in my family, and we wanted to create something that brings the family together around these devices. And these ones here is fill out dates, and I've got a connection. Basically instantly sends it right into the parent app, and you can save it, you look at it, you can favorite it, you can start doing comments on it, and you can share it to social network if you want to do that. You can, in the new version we're coming out with, you can invite your spouse in, and you can have a comment around it. Like you can basically take all these cool things from your childhood, and then you have your parents commenting on it, you have your grandparents commenting on it, and it sort of becomes a little social network for the family centered around the kids and the artifacts. And not only do we have this, we also have photos. Like I think I demoed from a guy from Thups the other day, and he took a photo of himself. This is Jim from Thups. Jim, are you here? Yeah. So, and what we aim to do as well is take videos and put them in as well, and storytelling, any kind of app. So we focus a lot of on creativity, and then anything that the kids create that we can send to the mom. And I think we're solving a problem here because all these cute drawings are getting lost. They normally get made on a piece of paper and left behind for mom to see. Now, with the click of the home button, they're gone, and we never see it again. So what we try to do is basically catch all this and build it into a timeline, so you can see what you did when you were a kid. And we plan to do offline uploads as well, so it becomes even more powerful. That's it.
So, any comments? comments out here?
Good question.
Okay.
So the parent app, is it just one child or is it multiple kids?
It's multiple kids. In China, they usually only have one. So, yeah. So, but in order so I can use it for my two daughters, we created multiple profiles. Yeah, and you basically you can see, you can filter on each kid. So,
Do you have to worry at all about monitoring?
you mean COPPA?
Yeah.
Not in China. Like, probably if you had people from COPPA here, they would be up where the helium balloons was yesterday.
Okay.
But in China, there's no such concern.
And you're going to the parents, you're not going up online, right?
No. Actually, the parents can choose to share it out
Right,
to,
so they're
to
choosing.
Weibo or the Chinese Twitter if they want.
And this might take up too much time now, but what kind of stories are you finding that are doing well in the China market?
We haven't got any story apps right now, but we have we got anything that is created music apps. We got a lot of music apps, and we have this photo capture functionality, and blew us away when we saw the target users for that, because we aimed those music apps for 3 to 4 year olds, and all of a sudden we're getting these photos in on our service with babies and moms and their babies. So they're using it for early brain development and stimulation, which was quite surprising.
I was just wondering if there was anything about the design that you did differently because it was for the China market than the US market.
Absolutely, it's a lot more childish. It's a lot more childish, and yeah, it's targeted to the Chinese market. Actually, what we see is that not a lot of international developers are doing well, simply because they don't understand what style the parents like. And the key thing is just a little bit more crazy and a little bit more childish than what you do for the American market.
Anybody else? I really like the idea that I hear a lot of people trying to go towards portfolios with older kids where they can bring their work in. And you're kind of building a portfolio for the younger kids, so that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, thanks.
Lasers?
Yeah, John.
That's pretty good. The other thing
Quite
is
a
the lasers,
spread.
if you want to frame the question, you can also do that. So if you want more specific data, you can always ask a question when you guys are up there. And then you want to answer a response?
Yeah, like some of the, I think we've had a lot of positive response on it. So if you have any, like the ones that are really 4 or 5, do you have any comments?
Or find you later?
Or find me later. Yeah.